Loss on Sunday may have come down to one play. With under a minute left in the fourth and the Chiefs up by 4, Tom Brady threw an apparent interception, but it didn't count because linebacker Dee Ford was offsides. The Patriots went on to score and ultimately won the game. Yesterday, Andy Reid talked about that call and another disappointing finish in the playoffs. Take a listen.
Normally you're warned and the coach is warned if somebody's doing that before they throw it in a game with that magnitude. But they did, and he didn't waste any time doing it. He didn't wait till the interception to throw it. He had his hand on his flag right from the get-go. So he saw it on his angle and felt that was the call. It's not easy to be in the championship game. I mean, remember that. As you ask all these questions, remember that. This isn't an easy thing. So it's well, don't understand it right now. Just listen. So it's not an easy thing to do. So there's a lot of credit that goes out to these guys that busted their tail to put this organization in this city to have an opportunity like that. Yes, sir, that's a special thing. We'll work on taking care of the rest, but don't downplay that there were only 4 teams playing yesterday, and you were one of them.
Ooh, a lot there from Andy. Okay, Shannon, let's go back to the offsides penalty. Does Andy have a point there?
No, he got no point. Dee Ford is in a wide 9, Skip. What we mean by a wide 9, he's 2 yards outside the left tackle. He's also in what they call a cocked or an angle stance. He's looking in. His job is to look in, Skip. If I'm in a 9 and I got to look in, not look in and see the ball, I got to look back to see the ball because that's how far in front of the ball I am.
Yeah.
So what was the official done? Stop that. Hold on, D. You need to back up because you're in the backfield. That's your job. Andy, you should feel good that he threw the flag and he didn't wait till the interception happened. Yeah. How would you have felt had he thrown the flag after the interception had occurred? Let's just take it another way, Skip. Let's just say he doesn't throw the flag. Dee Ford strip sacks Tom Brady. Yep. Now what are we having? What's the discussion? Ooh. He lined up offsides. They normally, if you're close, Skip, not like this. They're not going to ever let this go. If you're close, yes, they'll come back to, hey, okay, Shannon, you getting off a little early on that snap. Now, slow it down. Okay, appreciate that. Appreciate that, ref. Good looking out. Did you see how far granted, he doesn't have the luxury of television, what we have, and can see how far ahead of the blue line he was, Skip. But Skip, he's looking at the ball. That's the whole thing. How you line up offside? We always ask the defensive guy, how you line up offside? You can see the ball. You are ahead of, Skip, he a body length, a half a body of ahead of the ball.
It's blatant.
And and Andy Reid want the official to stop the play. Go get him and say, back up, son. Really? Now, sometimes they will do that on like field goal or PAT, you offside, and a lot of times, especially wide receivers or DBs, they'll turn and look, am I okay?
But they're asking.
Yes.
And he's standing right there, and you can hear.
Yeah.
Sure.
Back up a little, back up. And tell Dee Ford to back up.
And Dee Ford didn't look to the sideline to say, is this okay?
He's looking in. Normally you look in at the ball. He has to look back at the ball because that's how far in front of the ball he is.
He said after the game, I have to see the ball. Boy, you could really see that ball, right?
And the thing is, Skip, Andy's upset. Andy, I get it. You one of 4 teams, but that ain't why you play. Being in the championship game ain't why you play. You lift all those heavy-ass weights. You eat the way you eat. You become disciplined. You spend all that time in the meeting room for one reason, and it's not to play in a conference championship game. Trust me. I understand your frustration, but don't be mad at a reporter for asking you a question. And you're going to talk about how special it is. I get all that. It's special to play in the NFL. But if you ain't playing 2 weeks from the last Sunday that you played that championship game, all you did was practice 2 weeks, 3 weeks longer than everybody else did. So miss me with that, Andy.
Agreed. This is why I've never been a big fan of Andy Reid as a head football coach. As an offensive game planner and play caller, you got me. He's really good at what he does. As a quarterback, teacher, and maker, he's really good. He worked wonders with young Mahomes quickly. He got him up to speed very quickly. With Donovan. He did a great job with Donovan. As a head coach, setting the right tone for his football team, as you know, it's a rough game that you're playing.
Yeah.
And he is soft. He's soft on his players. They're never the fittest football team. He doesn't push his team hard enough. And to me, it reflects in the fact that he can produce good teams who will always or almost always disappoint you. He is now, Andy Reid, 2-10 in one-score playoff games. Think about that. 2-10 in close playoff games. Really?
Yeah.
So he's 12-14 overall, which is pretty good. It's okay, not bad. But that's what he is as a head football coach. He's not bad. So he had the audacity yesterday to tell the media, to then tell Chiefs Nation, you should appreciate the fact we got to the Final Four. And you should appreciate the fact we got robbed by a referee who did not tell D Ford he was offside. Are you kidding me? Didn't tell him he was offsides? What are you talking about? It's the ultimate reach excuse. It's lame. It's
Somebody
sad.
thought we
It's
lost.
sorry. It's just sorry. And Sal Palantonio said, I saw on ESPN, he's been close with Andy for all those years in Philadelphia because Sal's based in Philadelphia.
Right.
And he said Andy pulled him in the office after his media session and told him it was all about that D4. Okay, you know, we get it, but we don't in the end.
Well, D4 wasn't offside those first four possessions in the first half.
Yeah.
D4 didn't line up offside. What about your offense? Now, if Bob Sutton is still in this job, Andy Reid has learned nothing.
I know, but they're very close, and he's been there forever. So there's another soft issue. That's like, he's my friend. Just watch.
It's hard to be friends in this
I know.
business.
I got it.
I'm trying to win games.
And I got news for Andy Reid. They do not give participation trophies in this.
No!
You don't get a trophy for finishing whatever you want to say.
Final
Fourth
Four.
or whatever, yeah.
Oh, I'm going to college. You know what, man? Final Four. I don't want to, if I don't win the national championship, I'm good. We was at the Final Four.
Yeah, we were at the Final Four.
Man, but
It's lost. It doesn't matter. It's why your team can't get over the hump. The other way to play this is just to go ballistic and say it was our fault. We have to be better. We have to defend. We can't allow the other team to play keep away and control
to go
the ball.
up and down the field, even when we take a lead, to go up and down the field, and we can't get the ball, even though we get them in third down.
Right. You should have told the media yesterday, allowing 13 of 19 third down conversions is unacceptable. It cannot happen. And it will not happen again. That's what I would want to hear if I were a Chiefs
And
fan.
I'm watching the game. You was like, Andy, you standing on the sideline like, wow, they're doubling Tyreek. On occasion, they double Travis Kelce. But we're not doubling Gronk. And he's getting third down. We're not doubling Julian Edelman. I'm going to make Hogan. I'm going to make Dorsett. I'm going to make someone other than the two guys that I know Brady's looking for beat me.
Or look at Tom Brady and say, his jersey is still clean.
Exactly.
We can't get any heat on him. Should we be blitzing more? Should we do something creative with the blitz? Why can't we get a hand on Tom Brady?
And why are we still blowing assignments? You know what, Skip, I used to ask him, I was like, because when we did 2-minute drill, Skip, we would always do it at the end of Thursday's practice.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm dead tired. And Mike would always make sure the last two plays before we started 2 minutes, Skip, we were tired. So he's going to call a go route for me, Ed, because he wants everybody to go deep. And then he says, okay, 2 minutes. And I'm like, Mike, why you won't do it when we're fresh? He says, because in more times than not, you're going to be tired in the game. He says, and I want you to, because when you get tired, you lose your focus. I want you to get used to focusing now when you're tired, so it'll be second nature in the game. So we didn't blow a whole lot of assignments when it came to 2-minute drill late in the ball game. Look at Andy. Look at that defense, and you see how many missed assignments they have. They let Julian Edelman run scot-free.
Okay, but when you're on the field for 44 minutes, that's a lot of football.
Fatigue will do to you.
I know.
That's what it'll do to you, Skip. You train. Why you 44? I'd have been on a minute for 144 minutes.
What did your favorite coach Lombardi once say? Fatigue makes cowards of us all.
Yes. You got to be able to think in that moment, Skip.
Yeah. Interesting. Well, they looked fatigued because when you let Julian Edelman just keep escaping into the middle of your zone, like, what?
Okay, we're playing two-man. We're playing cover. It's a cover 5. 2 deep shell, man underneath. You got 3 across the board, 2 deep. That's why we call it cover 5, Jenny. Just explaining to the people at home why we call it cover 5. 22 man. Where am I vulnerable in the defense, Skip? The middle of the field with the slot guy. Cannot let him get inside. Da-da. I'm not letting you get inside, Julian. You're not getting inside. And the moment he comes in motion, you should, once you see that started using the motion, this is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to do it. When he comes in motion, you take him, I'm going to take your guy. Because I'm vulnerable, because I'm going to get the pick. and he's going to get to the middle of the field, and I can't stop him. But I guess nobody wants to talk. Nobody wants to meet.
When you say it, it makes total sense.
You know what? It's going to be a culture shock for Tom Brady and company when they run up against Wade Phillips' defense, because Wade has kind of had Tom's number. I'm not saying anybody's ever had his number, but he's done a really good job against him.
The whole thing with Tom, you got to get him off that spot.
Well, I think we're about to talk about that,
You
right?
know Wade well. You think he's got a plan?
Oh, he got a plan. I know Wade very well. I know Wade.
Well, you say we could never bet against the Patriots because of Tom Brady, but maybe the key to their success is actually not their quarterback. We'll discuss next.